Can't afford no more felonies. But the hood just like Taliban. Started pouring and tell on me. Type of nigga I never been. Stuff my niggas when I tell police. And if they catch me slipping, go kill for me. Stay on track and make deals for me. Put my daughter in your will for me. Move smarter and bill for me. And don't punch an inch on them bills for me. Youngin' niggas go hunt your beef. All fence, I don't fuck with it. You hop out, I hop out. That's one for you, it's one for me. I fold. You already how they try to fold. Y'all take the whole block and broad day. They emptied out the whole floor. Hey, fold. Tell me what you wanna go. Pull up on him, then bang it soon. And when he bang back, it's on you. Like, hey, fold.
Continuing with that next flow. Hey, folks. Back at it. I see you have to play some Knicks again.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's Chinks and Nets. I've been on my Chink shit leading up to Nip's anniversary, so.
Yeah, rest in peace to Chicks, aged it.
Yeah, man.
But we back at it. Don't call Dricanhippie Show. We are your hosts.
Don't call.
Dricanhippie with a new episode, Quarantine Edition again. Y'all see it. But we just gonna pick up where we left off with the last episode where we was talking about the Jordan doc.
Yeah, the 10-part documentary. What's the name of it?
The Last Dance.
The Last.
Because it's for the
97, right?
It's the last 3 people. The second part of the
97.
Yeah. But they doing the whole 3 people.
They doing the whole thing.
Yeah, the last 3 people.
Okay.
He came back from retirement.
It's gonna be dope, man.
It is gonna be dope.
I hated him so much at that time.
I still hate him, so I'm not really.
Nah, it was a
too
different.
hype.
I'm wearing sneakers now. Like it was a point like this is like blasphemous.
I gotta go too.
Blasphemous. But at one point, I really made me cry, man. Like I really wanted to punch him in the face a couple times.
He was killing your Knicks all the time. I feel you.
My great Knicks, like it wasn't like they was trash. Man.
They always trash.
No, that fucked up. All right.
But I want to see it because
1-2 in the East at that time when shit was real. Just said.
I want to see it because that's when I started watching ball, but I wasn't too into it. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't really know what was going on.
So I just want to
You
watch
ain't know
it.
the war that was happening.
I really don't care. Like,
You should care.
you know what I'm saying? Because I was really in tune with like AI.
But that's what I'm saying. You
Vince,
should
but
care.
that's the time. That's the same time because it's like 9-6 and that's like 9-6,
that's
9-7, 9.
They the kids
You
of
know what I'm
that.
saying? Huh?
They the kids.
They the kids for that. Yeah, I understand that, but that's why I really didn't. And then all the stories and all the praise and all the hype, I'm like, all right, cool. He's it then, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's it. And I don't really, I'll watch every single Hardwood classic, every single YouTube. I'll watch it, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm going to watch the doc. But I'm not a fan of his too much. I love the sneakers or whatever the case is, but I'm not a fan of his too much. I like the game. I respect the game. Just like Kobe, I wasn't really a fan of his, but I respected his game and all that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. The Kobe thing with me is because he reminded me of Mike. But that's my guy. He did it his way. But Mike, it's the flawlessness. It's the perfect. You know what I'm saying? That.
from my study of it, like when I study it, you know what I mean? Like his career and everything.
Looking back.
Just looking at every single statistic of everything that was around his game, around him in the NBA, everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like he was the first, like he was like the precursor to everything that's going on now. So like it wasn't as many two guards that could really fuck with his game. You know what I'm saying?
Big man league.
Yeah, so it wasn't too many two guards that could fuck with his game and too many people that had like his elegance and the way he floated and shit, like
Athleticism.
to win as well. You know what I'm saying? It was like you said, a big man's game, and then he was averaging so much points that people was like almost confused to like, all right, people averaging like 20 and all that, but he coming in like averaging 35 and 36 and just going crazy. Then he could play defense too. So from what I study and what I know of it is like he was just such a sore thumb that it was like, yo, he's great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he pissed
That-
you off.
That somebody like Larry Bird will say, yo, he scored 60 on us. It's like God was in a Chicago Bulls uniform. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that part of it. I'm not too mad at that. But I think it's because I'm biased to LeBron.
Yeah, I know. I'll tell you that. But I actually seen both. You know what I mean? That's why I could compare it. And I tell you, if LeBron I already told you, if LeBron get right here, he better than that man. I can't say that he's not. You know what I'm saying? I can't say it right now
Because
of what I lived through.
Yeah, because longevity counts as well. Like the Tom Brady and Joe Montana argument. Like, yeah, Joe was undefeated, no into the Super Bowl, but Tom is still going to them and winning them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just.
Yeah, LeBron's on 17 straight years of this shit.
Yeah, he been to 10 ships.
9.
6 and 3, 9.
Been a 9.
Tom Brady been to 9. They got the same amount of trips, but the numbers are flipped. Tom Brady 6 and 3.
Yeah, and he blew a few of those. So, I mean, I think the documentary is gonna be dope and show a lot of people like yourself who aren't too in tune with that Bulls team, because it's that team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's the whole team. That's always my argument. Is like y'all keep praising to me that he didn't have help. It's
No,
like
I don't say that.
not you specifically, but like people around me, and like, you know, I'm really a cable head. Like, I'm a TV person, so I watch sports shows and all this shit, and it's just like you just praising him, right? And then you get mad when LeBron make the right pass. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get mad when he made the right pass to Kerr or Paxton. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you
Like,
know that's the agenda, though.
it is an agenda.
So
Like,
you gotta
Skip
take-
Bayless get paid tens of millions of dollars to hate on
Yeah,
LeBron.
Niggas making careers off these guys, so you gotta take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? And know what's really happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as he passed away or something like that, the narrative would change completely.
Yeah.
So you just got. That's why I tell you, I don't watch it no more. My observation, my opinion is a lot better than these dudes.
Yeah.
My projection
I
is
mean,
better.
I just feel like their ideas are old.
Their financial obligations are different as well, so they have to say certain things that's gonna have people talking and watching. So you know what it is, but
Cause that
the Braun business, I don't mind it because he's great, man.
he doing what
It's
he's
just
doing.
like
for
it's
his
just like
album.
if you talk to if you talk to my pops, he'll tell you Julius Erving is better than Mike.
Of course, cause that was the
That's-
precursor to
that's
what
they got.
Jordan was
That's the
doing.
line is Dr. J, Mike, Kobe Bryant. That's the
Magic
line.
Johnson, like that?
No, bro.
He was an old school type.
It's not even that. It's
Him and Bird was old school. They was
bro.
old.
Mike, we talking about. Magic was he a great basketball player, but he ain't the greatest athlete.
Yeah, he was drafted into a great basketball team. Just like I was watching, I was on live on NBA was on live, and they had the conversation. D Wade and Carmelo was on live
Yeah,
together. They
they
was
ain't got
talking
nothing
and
else to
shit.
do right now.
Yeah, they don't got nothing else. So D Wade was talking to him, and he asked him straight up, like, "Yo, you know, our draft class is crazy. Where you think you would have been if Detroit would have drafted you?" You know what I'm saying?
I wanted that so bad, man.
What happened with Joe Dumars? What was he thinking? He was the president.
I'm
of
gonna
that
tell you.
team.
I'm gonna tell you what he was thinking, because the league wasn't transitioning to what it is right now. So you have to remember that.
You was thinking Spurs.
No.
Lakers.
He already had Tyshawn Prince.
Yeah.
So I guess his rhetoric was, I didn't need Melo because I had Tyshawn Prince, which is dumb as shit.
And I mean, like I just said, you still thinking of your finals opponents, Shaq, Tim Duncan, so maybe a big man. But why you didn't go Chris Bosh or something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They went
Darko.
But Melo was like, he felt like he would have won 2 or 3 chips with them.
Yeah. Because they won The year that they got drafted, Detroit won that year.
They beat San Antonio, right? LA.
No, they beat LA. Let's get that fucking
LA.
straight.
Then they went and drafted Darko because they had the draft rights to
No, bro.
that offseason they had that pick.
No, my nigga. Darko got a chip, bro.
Yeah. 03, 04. That's the year
They
they
won the year that the draft happened.
Uh-huh.
With
03,
Darko not
04,
even playing. So to Melo's logic, yeah, that's one. Easily. Even with Melo, they'd have washed the Lakers.
Running with Rashid.
Ben Wallace, Lindsey Hunter,
Rip, Chauncey. Because we saw what he did with Chauncey in Denver.
running at Chauncey Younger. That's a chip. They already won that year, so that's fine.
Yeah.
They probably beat the Spurs next year.
But they won 6.
6, I believe.
They won 6 games that year. Tony Parker was going crazy.
So it's not far fetched. He probably would have won 3. So that's why I don't understand them not drafting Melo. Because then you think about it, Rashid moves on after that.
Then they tried to get
They had Chris Webber there for a little bit.
Chris Webber and all that. extra
Stupid. You could have had Melo. A way better, younger Chris Webber.
stuff. Yeah, and he was more efficient than like LeBron was at that time. He was.
Yo,
bigger than
remember
D-Wade.
leading up to that draft, pre-draft, I thought he was going to Detroit. Everybody kept saying that. I'm like, so my son going to Detroit. They taking LeBron to the Cavs. I was ready for the Anthony Detroit jersey.
Who was it? Was LeBron,
Darko, Melo.
and Detroit or Toronto. But that was later in the draft, right? With D-Wade and Chris Bosh got drafted like 6 and 11 or something like that.
Right after them. That's the first 5 picks, bro.
I don't know. I think he would have won probably 1 or 2. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how well. I mean,
We didn't see more LeBron and Melo matchups.
Yeah, I don't think it matters like the coaching because he would have been with Chauncey Billups, but him and Larry Brown wouldn't really fit.
Why not?
Larry Brown, old school. Melo would have been like, come on, give me the ball.
He not with Larry Brown.
You know, he wasn't with AI.
He not with Larry Brown, and he the focal point.
That's what I mean.
He with Larry Brown, and he got nothing but vets on that team. That's
what I meant. Like he would have been around Chauncey and them. So
he would have been around Rashid. Lindsey Hunter means a lot, bro. That's why I keep saying that. I believe Corliss Williamson was on that team.
I would have liked to see.
He'd have been a different Melo. He'd have been a different type of player. He went straight into the league being the focal point, just like he was at Syracuse.
And every year he took Denver to the playoffs.
He rookie of the year that year. I told you, I don't care that they gave it to Brown.
They should have never gave it to I think Melo should have won that. But
yeah, so I believe him. He would have won at least 2. He said Braun saved him. He can't swim and all that.
He should. Oh yeah. I probably listened to that part of it too, but I think he should have went. I think he made a couple mistakes in his career, but hey, I mean, you do what you do for your career. You know what I'm saying? For your personal life or whatever the case is. But I think he should have waited it out. If he wanted to go to the Knicks, he should have waited to the off season, and then still went and kept the young players around him. But he felt whatever he felt there, or I felt like he should have just went with Braun and Wade to Miami, but I don't know what was the backstory to that. So, but I don't know, like, cause I don't think that was a mistake for him to go to the Knicks, cause he made y'all relevant again. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all would have kept those young players that y'all let go, and he would have came the next off season, I think he would have won a chip with y'all. One. What year y'all went to the playoffs with him? 12, 13?
He went 2 years. No, 3, I think.
What was that, like 12, 13, 14? But yeah, I don't know. What you think about that? You think he should have waited? Or he... Yeah, hold a phone.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Shit changes. They say that Bella would have just came as a free agent, but I don't know.
So what's your thoughts on what the NBA trying to do?
I don't like it. It seems money hungry.
They trying to
It
get.
seems very thirsty. Mark Cuban just said that he don't believe the NBA should commence. You think it should be just
So they talking about they trying to play in isolated arenas and
bubble
shit.
cities, as they call it.
Bubble cities. They trying to get as many tests so they could get as many players on every team tested to see if they good, and then essential staff members and shit like doctors and
That makes sense to
coaches and
you?
shit. No, I'm just spelling out what they saying. And
I'm just asking you. I know.
no, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think they should do it. For me, sometimes I only watch sports for the feeling, and the feeling comes from the crowd and the audience and the fans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when I'm watching sports, I really don't watch sports. I watch the game to see how they get into what their goal is. Like what the quarterback is exactly looking for to get this pass, or what the running back, what cuts he looking for, or what pass LeBron looking for. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm kind of studying it, but I don't, like you said, it's money hungry to like, you still looking for the TV deal to make the TV deal relevant. You know what I'm saying? To keep that relevant so you can keep getting money from it. Because you're not going to get nobody to come out to these games. You can't do that. You're risking your players if you do allow a small
You're
audience.
risking the general public as well. Your players is the ones that was publicly acknowledged as having it before anybody.
Yeah.
NBA players was getting it first.
And they will spread faster with them because they playing and sweating with each other and stuff like that. Like, you playing basketball, running up and down. Like, it's a contact sport.
Posting each other up and shit.
Yeah, so I don't think they should do that. Just postpone it. Just like the Olympics did. Just like everything else is doing it.
The
Like,
Olympics was supposed to start till August.
yeah.
They told them about they gave us another 30 days to start calming down.
FIBA, everything's shutting down. Like baseball is 2 weeks in and it's not
They
even.
said they're
rocking.
giving them $600 until May 31st.
$600. What?
Dollars.
Who?
NBA players, MLB players. $600 a day.
I don't care. They getting contracts and shit. Care what they get?
It's kind of this is a little bit chicken, bro. 600 a day.
600,000.
No, $600.
That's weird.
It's kind of fucked up if you like Stanton, right? You got that crazy contract.
So their contracts are frozen? I don't know what they mean by that. Anyways.
I have to look it up.
The NFL agreed to the expansion of the playoffs.
So now it's an extra team?
It's 14 teams?
2 wild cards?
Yeah.
It's lit.
So explain that to me again.
Explain it to you? How it works?
Yeah. So it's only 2 number 1 seeds.
Only buys go to the number 1 team. The first seed.
So it's only going to be 2 number 1 seeds. They get buys.
Yeah, the
And
second seed
everybody-
got to play. Wild card weekend.
So the next 2 worst seeds play the next 2 best seeds. That's wild card games. No, it's one.
The
game.
extra team plays the second seed.
So this year, like Dallas would have been playing somebody.
They ain't make the playoffs.
Yeah, they ain't been playing. Remember they were 8-8. They would have been playing somebody.
They would have been playing whoever was second.
Philly or some shit.
And the Chiefs would have been playing in the wild card.
They would have been playing the Steelers.
They would smack the shit out y'all.
So so that agrees with the extra game for the season then. 17 games.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but if they agreed to that, yeah. And it's
I
less
was just
preseason
reading
games. I think it's 2 preseason games if they agreed to that deal. And the extra regular season,
And the revenue a little bit.
yeah. 48.
So you liked it?
I like it. I don't give a fuck. I'm not getting paid by the NFL, so I don't care about anybody's split. Alright? That's on them. I get an extra game, wild card weekend, and an extra regular season game. less preseason games like we wanted.
Extra
I'm
team
happy.
in the playoffs.
As a
I mean, if it
consumer,
meant
I'm happy.
that my Steelers was in the playoffs,
Yeah, that's why I ain't get why you
Or-
was knocking it in the first place. I'm
all
like,
my
bro,
Jets.
your trash ass team would have been in it. Now the Jets could possibly crawl the fucking playoffs. Hey, go to a playoff game? Nope, you won't go because they're gonna be on the road.
Yo, since we on the NFL, what we did last time, the quarterbacks, right?
Yeah,
What you want to do? Receivers or running backs?
we can do receivers.
Receivers, who you got?
Who you got? I went first last time.
Alright, let me see. Again, because this name is anonymous with receivers and just winning, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to just respect it for what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to put Rice up
I
there.
don't like asterisks. Who you got?
That's not an asterisk.
That's an asterisk.
No, he's in my 5.
Okay.
He's dead, but I don't know if he number 1. He probably number 3. Ooh, number 1, Randy. Number 2, T.O. Number 3, Son.
Who's son?
Nah, Jerry Rice.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna put somebody that's kind of recent that I just felt was a beast.
Don't do it.
What?
Go ahead.
You just let you lose my train of thought.
You know, go ahead.
Hold on. Alright, these last 2 not in no order because you just made me lose my thought.
Yeah, 'cause you about
Every
to
time I think about wide receivers, I put Chris Carter in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was gonna put Calvin Johnson.
Megatron?
Yeah, Megatron. But then I don't really like putting him in 5 because he played 9 years.
He's a beast.
He was on the 0-16 team. But when you look at his records, he still got the record for
He might have had all 8 touchdowns that year.
he still got the records for the most receiving yards in the season, most receptions in the season, in the game. Those 2 categories in the game.
I ain't mad at you.
Man, records. Who
I
you
ain't
got?
mad at you. I got Randy number 1, of course. You know that. That's the goal. Randy, I got Jerry Rice. Number 2, disrespect. Number 3, I got T.O. Number 4, I got the greatest hands that I ever seen, Chris Carter.
He just never dropped nothing.
That's the only time Randy ever had to play the 2.
And that was only because you was getting mentored by somebody that was in the league before you. So it's just like, I
Yeah,
teach
hands
you.
was
Because
great.
he led him in receiving yards and touchdowns that rookie
Yeah,
year.
hands was great.
But that man just does not drop the football.
No.
And when he had the long sleeves on with the Minnesota jersey, it just looked official.
Number 5, I gotta go with Larry. Nope, and you can't change it. That's why I looked at you when you said Megatron.
I
Because
hate it.
that's the same era.
That's the same era, and he's doing his longevity is way better. Like,
He's still doing it.
Just doing it.
He gonna do it again this year.
Yeah.
Because he got extra out. So I got Larry. But that
That's
list,
4?
that's 5. That's 5.
Who you got? Jerry,
Randy, Jerry,
T.O.,
T.O.
Chris Carter, and Larry.
That list is gonna change.
Wow, who? Julio?
I don't know. He got to do something.
He got to do something.
DeAndre Hopkins is on the radar.
DeAndre Hopkins is nice. I
Um,
wish Antonio Brown was just still in the league.
Nah,
on his
they
team.
say he's just working out with Lamar Jackson, so go over there with his cousin, see what
That's
happens.
the goal. He's nice.
But that's my wide receivers, man. I feel like that's solid.
Honorable mentions. Ocho Cinco.
Nope.
He was nice.
Michael Irvin,
Michael Irvin, the playmaker.
Marvin Harrison. Stop playing, bro. Ocho Cinco. You
Yo.
crazy. This is the same
Nah,
era.
but Chad Johnson was like, but
But bro,
Marvin Harrison,
he was never in the huddle. He didn't even know to play.
he was better than his quarterback. Like,
He didn't
that's
know to
crazy.
play. He was like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Whatever he do and I don't like, I'm gonna do the opposite and throw it.
What about like the Thielens and
Nah.
the Edelman's.
Like Wayne.
You don't really
Wayne, I
like
think
him?
of him like Wayne Quebec right now.
like the Wayne Quebec. I don't want to say the white wide receivers. What about
He
those?
got 2 years right now. Jordy Nelson was on his way and look what happened.
Yeah,
He got 2 years, bro. Let me see something. You gotta do more.
Well, we should do running backs real quick.
Oh, that's like I kicked that off. I got Barry. Another one. Barry. Emmett. Jim Brown. I watched tape of Jim Brown and it looked like it doesn't look real.
Yeah. He looked like he was playing right now.
Yeah, and I might say Walter Payton and Marshall Falk. That's my 5.
Yeah, I like that.
That's solid. I'm happy with that.
Number 5 for me, and it's just because it's my favorite running back of all time, and it's your fault. Jerome Bettis. Then I'm gonna jump to 1 is Barry. I like Emmett. He was nice.
Emmett is arguably the best running back.
He was
ever.
old school. I'm gonna put Adrian Peterson in mine.
Okay. Oh man.
And
He's like 8, 7, 8 a month.
he nice though.
Yeah.
But he top 10. That's cool. You said. Alright, I'll throw. Cause I see a lot of tape of him, and I like the way he run. L.A. Rams, Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson.
Cause like
That's
how
my honorable mention.
yeah, like how he was just bigger than everybody. He was just run everybody over, and that LA jersey was just dope. But his numbers is crazy too. So I'm gonna throw him in there since you threw like 2 old schools in there. You put Jim Brown and Walter Payton, so I gotta put something to combat that. So
Yeah, watch.
that'll be my 5.
Walter Payton.
Yeah, I have to. All I watch is I'll be on NFL films all day. That's all I watch.
It's nasty, bro.
I know how he gave it up.
And I look at it like that because I always watched it, even from young, and I knew what football was like back then. It was really like gladiator. And to see them running through the middle and come out of that, I thought that shit was just like unbelievable, especially playing football.
And
I
that
wouldn't
in
do
that day and age, it was just different. Like the rules was different.
I would
Like, you
not
could
do
break
that.
somebody's.
You could poke somebody's eye out, all that. It was okay.
Yo, since we, our anniversary for the show, we always do our brackets, right?
Mhm.
I just figured that we should have something that has to do with NCAA. Who had the best college career that you saw?
Me? That I saw? Oh, career? See, I don't know. Or season.
It doesn't matter because if
The best season-
because if you won and done, that's your career in college.
Melo.
Melo?
I never seen no shit like that. Still to this day. Freshman.
What about Anthony Davis?
He had
That year.
He had, Kentucky always had ringers, bro.
Yeah. He had a crazy squad with him too. I think
Melo
he
wasn't
with
supposed
DC.
to win that year. Kansas had a dope squad. They had Nick Collison and Kirk Heinrich and a bunch of other dudes.
Then you got Jim Boeheim. He don't really win nothing at all. So
They zoned all year and let Melo go. And they won a chip.
I like that.
He averaged 25 points the whole tournament.
I think that's in my top because I ain't never like
Red
when
Sox.
I was paying attention to that. I was like, yo, because we was paying attention to him in Oak Hill because of LeBron and him.
Then he had
Yeah.
the dunk contest in Christ the King
Yeah.
for high school.
You know who I like Derrick Rose's career in Memphis, but then he lost to
Nah, son.
we lose to Mario Chalmers in Kansas. But I'm not picking that. I'm not picking that.
Mr. Free Throw.
I'm not picking
Jay
that.
Williams suffered the same fate.
Jay Williams, that was nasty. I'm trying to think of who other than
Came
Melo.
through, bro.
Melo came through because it was like 1 year who he had on his team, Hakeem Warrick.
King Warwick and white boy. Forget his name.
But what about that year Michigan
McNamara.
Michigan State won? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a crazy one right there, because they haven't won since. But that was a good one. I think that was with Draymond Green and I forgot who was the point guard on that team. Damn. But when Pittsburgh had that run with Fields,
They missed by free throw too. Melo, man, that's Syracuse. I think him, like the run he had, and that team too. I think that's it for me. Like I could watch that.
what about that Villanova run when they won the championship?
Recently?
Yeah, what was his name? They hit that shot.
Oh,
I forgot his name.
The three that was Hayward
Three-quarter
missed.
shot. Yeah, he hit that.
Yeah, that was. I think that's one of the best moments I've seen. But it ain't. Melo was,
Hansborough had a good
Melo
career.
was just different. And that season was different. He was 19, bro.
I don't think I got anything else for this episode. If you want to touch on anything else, I really want to watch this Last Dance. I just watched they gave the game Melo went for 60 something.
Oh yeah.
He was crazy.
I don't got nothing else right now. I think we did a good job.
Yeah. So we're about to get up out of here for Dawn Chorus, Dricanhippie, and y'all already know what we about to go through. Get up out.
Oh, that's the right one.
Yeah. Let me see.